What's going on, everybody? My name's Danny Ferrari.
My name's Parker Ament.
We are Excellent Sound, and we are in our brand new studio.
Brand spanking new, dude.
Our other studio. We still have the old studio, but we wanted to switch it up for you guys. Obviously, it's the beginning of a year. We've been gone for a bit, so we're going to update you guys on that. But the first update of that is that, bam, we got a brand new studio. Oh, you like this shot? Look at this.
That.
Hey.
Hey, over there.
The classic. Obviously, this is a classic. Everybody loves this shot.
Classic shot, dude.
But we want to be able to look you dead in the eyes.
We got rainbows in the background.
And tell you what the hell's been going on, okay? Because Excellent has not posted a video in a minute.
We went radio silent.
With radio silent.
Yeah.
There's a good reason for that, I promise you. So we want to update you guys before we get into this remake. Obviously, it's going to be awesome. But before we do that, we want to go ahead and update you guys with where we've been. So the first of the year, we've been taking the entire month of January, working on a brand new project, which we're going to announce, okay? We've been working on this project for, I want to say, a total of 3 years in total.
36 months. 36 months.
Oh, that sounds real nice.
I
like
real
that.
Nice.
36 months.
Yeah.
The last 6 months, we've been working on a lot more. And then this entire past month of January, we wanted to get the new studio set up, get everything, looking all cool. And then obviously finishing out this new project, which is ready to go now, which we're really excited.
Yeah, it takes a lot to set up a new studio and make it comfortable and make it vibey.
Some people have seen some clips of it from the TikToks and stuff. We could do a studio tour, I guess, if you guys want.
Yeah, that would be a really good idea, I think.
Yeah, so we're coming back with a vengeance. We have a ton of content, a ton of remakes coming, a ton of other producer content.
This is going to be the most videos we've ever posted. Ever.
Yeah, you're going to be sick of us.
You're going to be way sick of us.
Yeah, so we're coming with some heat because obviously our big, huge announcement that we got going on, we are so happy to announce our brand new pack, Gorrila.
Oh, baby, there it is.
What's Gorrila, Parker?
Gorrila is a production suite.
Multi-genre
suite where you can use all of it to be making house. You could be making dubstep,
hybrid trap,
drum and bass,
deep houses, technos,
Jersey club.
It's the biggest pack we've ever done.
Yeah.
Okay. It is ginormous. There are a ton of presets. There are a ton of samples. We are going to be announcing more details about it along the way. One thing we want to go ahead and make sure that you guys know is that we are only doing an early access for these crazy bonuses that we're going to be giving away. One of those bonuses is this project file right here. We're giving away for free to those who purchase from the early access list. Now, there's only 1,000 copies available for early access. The pack itself will be released to the public later on at a later date.
We'll tell you guys the date later.
But if you guys remember our last pack, what happened is we put it out and a lot of people got really bummed at, oh wait, you can't say.
You can't say
Okay, so you guys get the hint, but yeah, basically Gorrila is coming out. Tons of project files, tons of bonuses, tons of serum presets, tons of sounds. It's the production suite of a lifetime. We're so excited. We've been working on it for so long.
The date to remember, you guys, is March 15th.
March 15th.
So we're going to be giving you a ton of more information about what's going on. We're going to be giving you updates probably close to every day. Yeah. You're going to get sick of us, okay? Just get ready for it.
Just get ready.
March 15th is the day. We're going to want to get on that list. We put the list in the description already.
Link is in there if you guys want to start getting on that list. I recommend you do it. And we cannot hear, last time we heard so many different things. We can only do this, this specific, the bonuses can only be for a specific amount of people. It's just a thing we have to do.
Dude, every person that bugs us about that, it's insane.
I feel bad. But
I feel bad too, but
I already said it was,
It's supposed to be special.
Yeah.
But
again, we'll get into that later.
For sure.
So, sorry for the long intro.
But dude, we haven't said shit.
We haven't said
for
shit.
The last
radio
4
silent.
weeks, dude.
Yeah.
You know how hard that was for us?
Yep.
We love talking to you guys.
And if you want to keep getting more info about it, again, link in the description. Sign up for that early access. But yeah, we're happy to be back. Subscribe if you're new. Like the channel. Let's get into this amazing Rumble.
Show it to him, baby.
Remake. All right, let's go. We should play it a little bit further back,
Play
right?
a little
Why
bit.
not? It's been a minute, okay?
Run for them life. When I step into the jungle, they wanna group up. They better move up, never gonna win a roll up. But when I come through, you know what I love to. I'll send shots for your team and leader. I make the witness decide to vacate. The war's getting sweet just like a Ribena. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle. Killers in the jungle.
So yeah, obviously we remade obviously the intro up until the drop for this. Every sound here is available in Gorrila, and this project file will be available for the early access. So definitely recommend signing up on that list. God, it's so good to have Skrillex back, man. To have him do some shit like this. This is so dope. We're so hyped.
Man. You know what's so crazy about this track too is that Skrillex went so hard, so far into the crazy aggressive side of dubstep. There was nowhere else to go but back into the UK clean,
love it,
subby dub. You know,
subby dub,
no mids, dude.
Yeah, this remake has been done like before the song came out, like the ID.
Yeah,
we did it, but we've been waiting for this. So I know there's other remakes out there, but obviously, guys, let's just go ahead and just listen.
Dude.
Are there really? I mean, I didn't really watch any of them. I'm sure they're okay.
I did. Not close to this though.
We go all the way here.
We go hard.
And wait till you see what we got coming in these next videos. Okay, I promise you guys are gonna be happy. So hopefully
we're gonna be coming in hard.
Yeah, we're coming in hard. We're going to show you guys how to make this sound and some other fun stuff, too, if you guys want to know. So let's get into it, right?
Let's do it.
We did it. We went through everything. Long intro. Let's go. Cool. So the sound we're going to be making is this lead jungle sign. This is included as a free download for you guys if you guys want to grab that. The whole reason why we're giving away the project file for the bonuses is an educational reason for you guys and other producers to be able to get these project files and these sounds to be able to open them up and learn from them to be better producers. You know, we just want to make sure that that's said. Obviously, we love Skrillex and we look up to him and admire him and his work. So make sure you guys, when you guys are using this stuff, that you're using it to help yourself, educate yourself, and become
better your career, man.
Better producers.
You want to see the sounds in the environment that they were created in.
Absolutely.
You know?
The lead sound we're making is this jungle sign. Now, it's pretty simple, and a lot of people have said it's simple, but we're going to kind of do it a little bit different of a way, which I think is kind of more fun. So the first thing we got going on here, I got the rack. If you don't have this rack, don't worry. You can do this in any rack you want. We're going to essentially do this two different ways. So the preset is going to come with it automatically doing that little pitch modulation. We're going to show you how to write in the modulation, but when you hit the actual preset, you hold down a note, it does the... It does that whole thing, right? So
that's why our presets are fucking sick as hell.
I try to make the presets...
Let's toot it a little bit,
yeah,
you know?
They're pretty dope.
Toot that horn.
Yeah, free down. You know, we're not going to just give you a thing that just sounds like this, you know? Not going to give you something... Exactly. You know, like... All right, so let's go ahead and start off. First thing we're going to do is we're going to use basic shapes. We're going to start with a sine wave, okay? And we're going to set that sine wave to octave of 4. And you'll notice it's already pitching down. And the reason why it's pitching down is because we have this set to 2, okay, on the high end or the upper pitch, and this set to -20. So make sure you guys set that up. We'll get into the pitch bend modulation in a little bit, but... Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and adjust the warp. We're going to set sync. We're using sync to kind of tune it a little bit. So set the sync to like 1.52. A little annoying at the moment, but don't worry, we'll get more into it. Now that we got that, let's go ahead and get our second oscillator. Our second oscillator is going to be another sine wave set to +4 with the sync, okay, also for the warp, set to 8.57. Now, I can't hear it because it's turned down, because what we're going to need to do first is make this first LFO. See how it's moving right there? We're going to get into that in a second, okay? So the first LFO you're going to want to make is going to be this shape. Set it to 16th. I'll get into this weird stuff that you probably haven't seen before, but I'll get into it. It's just kind of a fun thing.
I haven't seen any tutorials on that either.
Yeah, it's kind of a little interesting. It's a good little nugget. Go ahead and make an LFO like this. Set it to 16th. Set it to trigger. And then go ahead and make your second LFO like this. This is going to be your LFO 2, or we did LFO 3. Set it to envelope and set it to 2 bar and set it to right around here. This is going to matter, so make sure you guys try to match this exactly. This start point doesn't matter. I don't know why this is here. And then lastly, we're going to have a envelope at 2 bar envelope going up and then further up faster towards the end, okay? So now that we have that, this envelope is going to be put onto level 1, okay? And make sure it goes all the way up. Okay? Make sure you also apply it to the level of oscillator B. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now that we got that, let's go ahead and apply our filter. We're going to be using a low 6 filter. Cutoff's going to be at 36 hertz. Resonance is going to be at 73. Mix is going to be at 79. Drive all the way down. And then you're going to go ahead and put your LFO1 on the cutoff and set that to 46. Make sure both A and B are going into this filter. And then also you're going to be applying this to the mix knob, okay? So the mix knob is going to be right around there at like 79, and turn that up to about 18. Gives it a little bit more flipperiness. Makes it a little bit more slippery.
Flippage.
Okay, awesome. So now let's talk about what's happening with this, how this is moving. So the idea is with this preset is we try to go above and beyond with some of the presets that we give away, like Parker was mentioning.
Yeah.
So we really try to make sure that you can actually have the preset essentially do what you want it to do to match the sound by just pushing it down, as opposed to doing a bunch of automation. We're using the automation in this one, but I'll show you guys how to do it just by yourself if you want. But one of the things that's kind of happening, and this is kind of a good nudge, is we got our LFO4 like so. Okay, it's kind of like a ramp up and then a quicker. I'm going to go ahead and unbypass that. That is on this knob right here, which is I think it's the Y or the X. It's the X. Okay, so you can modulate the X. So it means you can modulate a point. This was like a new update in Serum. You can modulate a point to move back and forth. So you can change the shape of the sound as it's playing through.
Yeah.
So what we did is we took LFO4 and we applied it to this point right here. And if you see in the matrix, I can go like this. LFO4 to LFO bus 1, that's what this is right here. And that's set to about 78. So I unbypass and you'll see as it goes, it's going to be following along this line. And the sound gets more open because that's what happens. This is why we try to really go hard with the remakes.
Yeah.
Is it sounds very, very short, and then as the sound gets longer, it lengthens. Now you can elongates, kind of like you and me.
Yeah, dude. We elongate each other.
Yeah. I'm elongated right now.
I'm so elongated.
So yeah, that's kind of like a fun thing we wanted to do because it kind of adds just a little bit more sort of, you being able to kind of learn from it and understand it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so just to repeat what you said, you're assigning LFO4 to that last mark, right?
Correct.
And the release of that LFO is following LFO4.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
No, dude, good job.
I'm just repeating what you're saying.
You nailed it.
I'm elongating for the audience,
Thank
dude.
you, bud.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Good
dude.
job. Okay, so now that we got that going, if you want to match the pitch bend modulation, I'll show you how to match it on your own if you just want Serum to do it. But if you want to do it with Ableton, which is probably a little bit more accurate, which is why we did it, the pitch bend essentially is going from +2 down to 20, right? So you want to draw a shape sort of like this. And that's what... It's cool at the very end. It sounds like it's like slowing down, but it like pitches so drastically at the end, So matching that was really important to get the remake correct.
Yeah, and it's really important to set your boundaries on the pitch too.
Set your boundaries, dude.
Set your boundaries, dude.
Yeah.
2 and 30.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
You know
and then
what I'm
that way
saying?
you can just go from the top or to the very bottom as opposed to like trying to find the exact
Yeah,
point.
you're just like kind of twiddling your little point, trying
Twiddling the
to
point.
go like this and get it perfect when
Twiddle
you
that
got
point
your
in.
boundary right there.
Got your boundary right there. Okay, now that that's looking good, let's go ahead and jump into the effects. So before we jump into the effects, we want to tell you guys about some of the Patreon stuff that we're doing. We have a Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. This project file will be given away to those that get the early access purchase, the first 1,000 people. But if you guys want to get another project file, we're having project files updated to our Patreon. There's 100 project files at least on our Patreon right now that you get
there's
access.
Like over 200.
You always overestimate, but somewhere in the middle.
I think it's over 200.
There's a lot. It's like since 2018, all the projects we've done for like $25 gives you access
It's pretty
to that.
unreal, actually.
And it supports the channel. So
Yeah.
if you guys want to do that, you can go do that right now. So let's go ahead and continue on with the effects. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and apply LFO1 to a tube distortion. Make sure that this is set to post and add a little low pass filter with a point. And then you're going to go ahead and set the drive to about 9% and the mix to 41. And then you're going to apply LFO1 to the drive, and that's going to be set to 91. Nice.
Nice, dude.
Okay, a little bit of dirt. Now let's go ahead and add a comb filter. Go ahead and put the cutoff to 68, resonance to 0, drive down, damp at 76, and mix all the way up. And apply LFO1 to the resonance as well, and set that to 39. Gives a little bit more hollowness, which is real nice. And then let's go ahead and do a compressor. Multi-band OTT. Threshold is pretty loud, so it's pretty up high.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy compression, a 1/8, attack at 37, release all the way down. Sometimes messing with the release can get rid of that little clickiness, which I've been messing around with lately. And the gain to 7.1, but the mix at 17.
Bro, you also got all the bands all the way up.
Oh, yeah.
Just full bandage, dude.
Full banded, dude. And then next, let's go ahead and get into this EQ. So the EQ is kind of weird. We have a couple things going on. Let's start with this. Let's start with the first notch. Set the frequency to 2874, Q to 71, and then go ahead and put it on the gain, okay, and have that go up to 100, okay? That's essentially moving this little frequency right here.
I'll play it again, dude. Look at that.
We're also going to apply our LFO3 to the frequency so that the frequency of this little notch will move backwards. This will change pitch too, believe it or not. So it's creating like a little notch right here, and that notch is going to fall down in this slope. So set the frequency again to 2883, and then go ahead and have the LFO pushing back to -20. Oh, it's pushing it up, sorry. And what's happening is that little spike is raising up and down each time. And that's just to kind of get more of the harmonic frequency to match the tone. It's kind of a fun technique you can use on other stuff too if you want. The red lips bass is very similar to that. That's how we made that. It was like very similar with certain frequencies are sort of pushing up.
Yeah, and it adds a lot of transients too.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I think so. And then let's go ahead and apply LFO1 to the frequency on the left side. We're going to go ahead and make this a low cut, whatever the hell you call it. What is this called? A high pass?
High pass.
Low pass? Low pass.
Low pass.
The low pass. Yeah, we're
low
smart.
passing.
We know what we're doing. So LFO1 is also going to go on the frequency side at 6106. I'm going to go ahead and set that backwards to -14. Let's hear it in context right now. It's probably not loud enough, but sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's almost
We're
there.
pretty much almost there. Next, we're using a little bit of delay for some coloration to kind of give it a little bit more metallic-y, kind of like what the comb was doing. Feedback's at 23. Set this to link. Set this to 20.83. Make it to ping pong and make this sort of mountain shape right here and mix to 15%. Gives it a little bit of that slap back.
It's nice.
And then we have a hyper dimension set up with the size all the way down and the mix at 16%. Okay, now there's one more thing that we need to do, and this is what's interesting. So if you're doing a frequency sort of pitch thing like we're doing here, where we're having this sort of thing, this frequency sort of move, there is a specific note and a frequency that we're trying to get. And if you hit a different note, it's going to start from the same place every time. But essentially what we want it to do is we want it to start from that frequency note that we want it to do. And the way you do that is by using this thing called note, okay? This note thing essentially key tracks the filter for you, depending upon where you start it. So if you apply this note to the left side of the frequency here for that little notch we made and set that to 36. So if I was to hit a different note, let me go ahead and hit something. So that notch is moving depending upon which note I'm hitting.
Harmonically.
Okay? Otherwise, it's going to be in the same spot. So if you want to do something in a different key, it's not going to sound correct.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So another cool little thing to really, really use and definitely utilize that. That's it.
That's definitely underrated, by the way.
I think so too. Yeah.
Not a lot of people use the note. Like when I open up Serum presets from
Yeah.
other people, they don't really use the note a lot.
You got to use note, I think, on stuff. It's like key tracking sometimes with this. Like, this is the same thing, I think. So another thing I wanted to say, too, is if you guys want to do this by yourself, you can make a similar sort of shape like this, which I think I bypassed, but it's very close. In the preset, you can see it's like a shape like this, and it's set to the master tune. So if you just want to hold down a note and have it do it, the preset does it. So just download it if you want to learn from that, too, as well. Okay, so now before we do that, let's get into the rack. But actually, before we want to do that, we just want to show you guys some of the drums in this thing is so good. And all these drums are from Gorrila. Insane. And of course, the presets, too.
Show them the snare, dude.
Ugh. Little smacky stomp kick. Yeah, this little snare right here.
Oh, dude.
Little tambourine snare and a layer snare.
Oh, so clean.
And of course, these little fills right here. And my favorite thing is the stomp. This little sound right here. I don't think I saw anybody nail this.
Yeah.
A lot of low cut, but let me uncut. Sounds like it's...
Killers in the jungle.
And then also, too, my other favorite thing in this is this sub. This preset will be in Gorrila. It sounds like a gorilla going...
Yeah, just like hitting his chest.
Yeah, like listen to it.
Killers in the jungle. Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle.
This is where it sounds like. I was messing up this part. I love that rhythm.
Yeah, dude, it's so sick.
So good. Obviously, the other sounds too. If you guys want to see us teach you guys how to do this little jungle wubbert too, let us know.
Yeah, that's a really nice wubber.
I love that wub.
Did you know that this song is 5 years old? They had it sitting around for 5 years.
Really?
Yeah, I saw an interview. It's pretty crazy.
That is nuts.
This is just in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just one of the ones
just
that's in the
hanging
bank.
out in there.
Like, all right, let's put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess it's time.
I think that's all Skrillex IDs right now is they're all 5 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
And he probably makes new shit. He's like, oh, no, I like this more and more. Maybe that's why it's taking him a while to put shit out.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
So, yeah, now that you just want to show you guys some of the stuff that you guys get, which we think is cool. Actually, another one of my favorite things I want to point out, and this is also in the original too. It's kind of hard to tell, but there's just simple little layer on the snare that sounds like this.
Yep.
It's so simple, but
sick.
in context. So we made that sound to layer it on top of the snare to replicate the original, obviously. I love little things like that, little ear
and
candy
I think
things.
that those are so important in more simple songs like this where there's not a lot of big sounds and big attention-grabbing things. You know, you have to have that ear candy to keep the attention of the listener.
It's very important. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of OTT, pull some highs, mids, and lows. If you don't have this, there is a free plugin with Zypher I think you can use on FL and other DAWs, right? Is it Zypher? Is it free?
And there's like a new version too, version 2.
Oh, version 2?
Yeah, I got to hear it.
Still not as good as the same, but that's okay.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Output set to 1, amount to 100%. Brings out those frequencies. And then this is sort of just sound designing tone. And when people see these crazy EQs, it's not like it's a mix thing. This is usually a sound design thing where we're pulling out specific frequencies to make it sound like the original as best as possible. You don't have to do this, but we're pulling out some of that top end. That's like 2.25, and this one's at 11.1. Just bringing out those little high-end frequencies just a touch more.
It's a really great mix EQ.
Yeah, it's just we're doing it for sound design. It's a sound design. There's EQing for sound design like a filter, and there's EQing to like mix.
Yeah, I always see people so scared to pull shit up that high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Plus 8 dB, like it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just do it sometimes.
I just like remember seeing this, and I'm like, oh man, they must have they're really mixing like crazy when I was new. And it's like, no, they're just like they're designing the sound the way they want it.
Yeah.
You know? A little bit of short reverb, 593 delay, and a little bit of filter right there. A utility, this is just to add some width at 131. And then lastly, another sort of EQ with the lows cut and a little bit more sort of carving here. Trying to adjust the levels of the frequencies. Again, not necessarily needed. Just cut the lows, and if you want to make it exact, then follow those. But that's as good as it gets, I think. I'm sorry that it took so long for us to go, but obviously we've been working on this brand new pack. So thank you guys for being patient with us. We're going to have a ton of content for you guys. Again, the free download for this sound is in the description along with the rack. Gorrila is coming out, so make sure you guys get on that early access. We don't want to hear any complaining afterwards.
No, we're tired of the complaints.
I mean, I feel bad.
No, I know, I do too.
But we can't. It's just you can't give that amount of stuff away.
We're going back on our word, you know?
Yeah. I think
be
we did
doing that.
500 the first time.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And I can't believe we're giving away Oh, they don't know that yet.
Stop saying that.
Yeah.
You can't say it, dude.
Tons of more project files. March 15th. You could sign up now.
We're going to be announcing more details as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be another video coming out in a couple days from today.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some videos next week, and we're going to be just trickling in that info for you.
Yeah.
We're going to be telling you special bonuses, special details about the pack, dude.
The amount of presets are in the pack.
Oh my gosh.
The amount of loops that are insane.
My God.
Guys, this is the best pack we've ever made.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Okay? If you want to compare it to other packs like shit.
Stop saying.
If you want to compare it to other packs, it's insane. Okay, so each one of these samples, we've been working on this thing for like 3 years. We've been working on it for 3 years.
36 months.
36 months, thank you. No interest
like
financing.
A newborn. No, it's like a newborn mother, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, how old is your kid?
36 months.
48 months.
Yeah. 97 months.
97 months. He's in middle school and shit.
Yeah. And yes, he still breastfeeds.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Shout out to you if you still breastfeed, though.
But yeah, so this Monday, you guys are going to see the first instance of the pack in our video. So it's going to be pretty wild.
Yeah, we're really excited. I can't wait to tell you guys more and show you guys more about what we got coming. We're so excited. Big things also too in the world of content from Excellent coming soon this year. So
big surprises. Everybody always says big things coming when the new year happens.
Big things coming.
But no, we really do have some big shit going on.
We're grinding.
Look at these bags under our eyes, dude.
Yeah.
This is worker Worker bags, dude.
It's also old age. So thank you guys. And obviously, like, hopefully you guys learned something from this tutorial. I know we did, and we love sharing what we learned with you guys.
We love educating you guys.
Yeah. Because we're learning too, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So sharing it with you guys, and also we get a lot of great comments from you guys, and even some big producer support too.
Oh
which
my
is
gosh.
awesome.
It makes us feel so good, man.
Yeah,
This
it's
is like
awesome.
why we do it, is to help people, you know?
Yeah. So thank you guys. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Subscribe, like the video, comment, whatever.
Rumble on, dude.
Peace.
You got